you seen Jalen Hurts evolve as a runner again this offseason? Has it changed at all?
As a runner?
Yes. Has it changed in this new offense or not really?
No. Nah.
What did you learn about the offense today?
What I learned about the offense? Competed at a high level. Going against another team, you want to see how you measure up. You know, and I think we did well. You know, it's always stuff we clean up and get better at, but I think we're moving in the right direction.
What did you make of Jalen's ball placement?
Man, he did a good job. He did a good job. I think early on, like one-on-ones, I think we started off a little slow, but we picked it up. And when we got the team, I think that's what matters anyway. So I mean, but he did really well today.
Do you have any impressions of Christian Gonzalez, the Patriots rookie?
Yeah, so he's a great player, man. I had picked him coming out like 2 years ago as the best DB in the draft. He's a great player. He's a great work. You know, he gave me good work today.
What kind of looks did the Patriots defense give you today?
It was more like man, to be honest. I think they ain't tried to do too much. I think it was just mano-a-mano, just trying to one-on-one and just win. So.
When you leave for practice, what's one thing you think you guys need to work on most?
As a group, I'm going to always say just execute. You know, even though the plays we did well, it's always a way we can find a way to do them better. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it comes down to. I know we have a lot of talent on this team, but, you know, that it really doesn't matter if you don't execute. So we're just trying to clean up as much of the details as we can and just continue to get better, keep working hard.
AJ, if this ends up being the only kind of real competition you guys have with another team, do you feel like the offense will be ready?
I mean, I would hope so. You know, I can't answer that. Nobody knows the future. That's probably a question for Nick or somebody else. But, you know, our job is to come out here and compete and get ready to play. And, you know, whenever we play in Green Bay, hopefully we'll be ready.
What have you said to a young guy like Anais who might be having some struggles as a rookie?
Struggles how?
He's failed to catch the ball in practice.
I mean, it happens. It happens. I think, honestly, it happens. And sometimes, like, the media kind of blow stuff up out of proportion. And, you know, he's young. He's trying to figure it out. He's a rookie. You know, it's a lot thrown at him right now. I mean, he's doing fine. He's going to continue to get better and just keep going. You know, so.
Who's standing out among the third receiver competition?
I think all the guys are working hard and doing really well and trying to put it together. I don't even want to name that. So.
What were the impressions you got from Patriots quarterbacks you went up against today?
Patriot corners?
Quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks?
May, Brissett.
I play offense. I'm not even over there. So.
AJ, when it comes to the third, just knowing that you guys didn't play in the first preseason game, I'm just curious coming out here today against another team for the first time, what do you want to get out of it?
Just to go against somebody else and compete at a high level. You know, the job is still to execute and to do really well, you know, regardless of who we're playing or who we practice against. And I think we did that pretty well.
What looks did they give you, you know, that you think could benefit you going forward in terms of how they challenged you as a competition?
It was pretty much man. So it was pretty simple, real vanilla today.
We've seen Johnny in there a bunch. We've seen Brennan in there. Just obviously two very different body types. Has anything changed for the offense as a whole when one of them's in there as opposed to the other?
No, not at all. Both guys do a really good job. We have a lot of confidence in both, you know, and you know, the only thing changed is the height difference.
Two more. Thrown an interception the entire camp. In recent days, where he's looked very impressive. I mean, how do you view this versus maybe the last two camps and how he's playing?
I think you can't get you can't really worry about that stuff. You know, none of that stuff matters. You know, is he coming out here executing? Yes, and that's all that matters. I know you guys keep stats and all this other stuff, but you know, this is practice. You know, who cares if you throw an interception? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's practice. We trying new things and. Yeah, I try new stuff. When I'm doing releases and stuff, who cares if I lose? It's just practice. It's when you're supposed to try. But I don't think nobody is getting too hyped that he hasn't thrown an interception. No, it doesn't matter about that. We're trying to execute and keep working.
Last question.
That's a touchdown all day. Yeah.
Was that on the floater that you kind of came back for?
Yeah. He's not making that tackle.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, AJ.
Thank you.
Made the trip?
I know, right? Right.
Your last one here.
You know what, man? I'm excited. I'm excited for this year. I think, it's my last one, but I'm excited. I think that today was a good day with everybody. Good energy, both sides of the ball. Can't wait to see what the offense did, but I know defensively we tried to bring the energy.
It looked like, pretty impressive performance by the defense of all three units. Did you guys feel that same way?
Felt good. I know we got some stuff to work on, but you're right, though. Like, I just think that the guys just was focused. The energy was great. We came out. When you see this crowd, definitely got us into it. And, man, just trying to make sure we get better from the film.
When you were on the field, who really stood out to you?
You know what? The D-line is who I'm looking at all the time. So, the interior guys like 90, 98, Milton today in one-on-ones. He was doing it today. Of course, Sweaty and Huff, you're going to get their best. And, I'm just looking to see how everything gelled today when Coach put it on the film and see, what we did right, what we did wrong.
Was some of that just like it's late in camp and you've had a lot of time, not late in camp, it's the middle of camp, but you've had some time to work on the scheme now, and this is sort of like the product of learning and working? Is that what today's like?
It's like details. Like now you got the real thing in front of you. You got some people, got an opponent that, that don't know us, that they ain't seen us until today. And so today it was just everybody had to read their keys. Their eyes had to be good. You had to trust the guy next to you. And so we just building the trust because obviously everybody know what to do, but it's the details of trusting. Hey, you say you're going to be here. I trust that you're going to be there. I'm going to be where I'm supposed to be. And just make your play when they come in. That's right now in the middle of camp. That's what you try to see come together as you get into these moments like this.
What have you made of Trotter so far, and how is
man? You know what? He gonna work hard. One thing I will say, that hammer is real, for real. That celebration, I see him every day. This boy come to work. You can already tell that just from what he do during the offseason with his dad, but I just know that for him, I was happy to see him get an interception. Happy to see everything starting to slow down a little bit.
There's been a lot of great D-lines. How do you think this one stacks up?
Hey, you know what? I don't make predictions, but I know that for sure that we working towards trying to be the best that we can this year for this team because we definitely don't want to be the weakest link.
How hard is it to be an edge rusher through training camp, through the summer, and the meet? You can't get to the meet because they got the guys a red jersey. How hard is that?
Well, you know what? I bump them. I don't hit them all the way, but I got to bump them because, you don't get – it's tough because you really can't touch the quarterback as much, but I always try to give them a little chest bump or something, after they throw the ball to let them know I was there, just so you can get in the habit of, just hitting the quarterback. But I think, we'll be fine when we get there because we do a lot of individual drills. We got a bunch of, pads that you can, knock out if you want to, if you feel like you ain't touched the quarterback in a while. So, but yeah, we got to wait, man. It's just part of the game.
What was your view of the scuffle? What was your view of the scuffle?
The scuffle was it was that time of the practice where everybody was just kind of like tired and just like, I don't know what started it. I stood on the other side because I'm saving my energy because, I done learned a lot because we still going to have a team. It don't matter. We got to make sure we are ready for the next team that's coming. So, but I ain't know exactly what all started it.
I know you didn't go against Jalen Hurts today, but I was curious what you've observed from him in terms of mobility. I know you can't tackle him, sacks get called early, but how is it he finding space to move in the pocket and out of the pocket and running in this new offense?
You could just see that Jalen's getting comfortable by the day, and just the way he's moving even quicker than he was last year. I think he was probably dealing with some stuff last year, but you can tell that he got a new and improved, view of, just life this year. And I'm excited for him because you can tell that he is excited. You see him, like, y'all always be on him about smiling, but I know him personally, so it'd be like, it's like that boy is really happy with what's going on. So I can't wait to see him go out there and do his thing.
Awesome. Well, the quarterbacks you did see today, any impressions of Jacoby and Drake? I know you probably played against Jacoby, but you probably watched.
Oh, yeah, you can see the confidence with Drake, and both. They both competing. They made some good plays today. I just know that we'll see when the real time come how they do. But right now, they look good for it to be the practice, against us, the first practice. And I guess we'll see as the year go how they do. But I know today they did some good things.
You're one of the guys that played this team in Super Bowl 52. What's it like coming here to practice with the Patriots, and how's this team compare to when you saw them last time?
Well, you know what? When we didn't hear too much rah-rah. When Brady came out, it was a standing O, just for practice. So I know for sure when I was here last time, that's what we got. It was even bigger crowd than this, but I was just happy to see everybody still out here, supporting their people, and we had to go out here and get some work done.
And how's the communication? Go ahead.
I want to ask you about Nakobe. He was opening day starter last year. Now he's kind of fighting for reps, and seems like he's getting better as camps go along. What have you seen from him, and do you have a message to him as far as he's a guy who was a starter, kind of lost his job, just trying to win it back?
You know what? Just keep that edge. Everything you said about him, Rube, it ain't true. So, he gonna make sure. In my mind, I always kind of just, you got to make it up. You got to get some motivation. And so for him, I just say stay motivated. Just know that even when you do make good plays, the work is not done until you hold that trophy. And you got to put in the work that you started with during the offseason. You got to stay consistent and just not block out the noise, because I know how hard it is sometimes being young to block out the noise. But it's like if you can, or use it as motivation, use it as motivation, because can't nothing change until you do what you got to do out here, and that's just putting that work in one day at a time. So,
Brandon, there's new faces on offense, new scheme. You guys have been rotating the linebackers a lot. How is the overall communication going right now, and everybody getting on the same page? Is there still some bumps, or is it pretty clean at this point?
I mean, it's clean. It's just the little details of, a guy might not be where he was supposed to be. He might have got there a little late, because, he might have second-guessed himself. I mean, it's just about gaining confidence within the scheme. Everybody knows what to do. You don't see too many MAs. It's just more about, building that confidence of, showing your ability, of making sure that what you see is act on what you see. And, and just roll with it. Because when you second-guess yourself, that's the split second that it costs you. When a guy from, being right here to here, from deflecting the pass to the pass being completed. So in this league, it's such a small margin of error, and you got to make sure that you try to stay one step ahead of it.
Look at Nolan Smith is getting another field for the end of practice. How much have you seen him grow over the course of this training camp as you kind of working alongside him?
I think him being the first rounder, he look up to me. I try to give him everything, because I know that feeling of uncertainty of you don't want the fans or anybody to start second guessing you was the right pick or the wrong pick. You know what I'm saying? And I think for him, he got everybody I like this year got a chip on their shoulder, and that's all I can care about for them is keeping that chip, because you should never be satisfied, because even when you get to the success, stay with it, because somebody is coming for your job. I always think about that while serving the guys, but you got to always have that mindset of, man, you can't get comfortable.
Where do you think that chip comes from?
From y'all? Yeah. Everything y'all say, yeah, y'all keep it going, because you got a job, yeah, y'all got a job, y'all got to save it. My job is to burst y'all bubble, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes y'all might burst mine, because y'all might be correct, but I think it's just a good give and take of having fun with it. It's the perspective of it. Y'all got a job to do, and that's how I look at it. No personal feelings. It's just more about, but I've grown to that. They got to grow to that, and so I try to help them fast forward it, because ain't nothing gonna change until you change it. And so that's my message to them boys.
All right, thanks,
Yep.
BG. Thanks,
all right,
Brandon.
y'all.